Hey guys, a very good evening to all of you from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today I have the house of Dior to discuss, and this fragrance is gonna be a courtesy of one of my brothers, again, Doctor. Thank you, brother, for lending me this bottle. It's a tester piece, and this is a flanker of a very favorite perfume of mine, which is called Dior Eau Sauvage EDT. I bought this perfume some 3 to 4 years back, and since then I love it. I love this fragrance a lot. I have about 40 ml odd left. This is pretty much the basic lemon scent with rosemary, a little bit vetiver, very nice, very subtle yet elegant scent. It has been a real huge success for Dior, and not to confuse with Dior Sauvage right here. This one, Dior Sauvage is not part of Eau Sauvage line. So this is a fragrance line of its own, and this one, the first one, was not the magnetic top. This is a reformulated one. There is the vintage one that I never got to try. In this line, I think there are total 5. Apart from that one, I did review the extreme version of the black tag here. The newer one, they have the white one inside. That one also reviewed. I'll leave all the link below. You can check it out. So those are really some of my favorite fragrances. So I want to try the rest of them. There is a fresh leather version. I never tried that. That's the last one. And there is like a flacon or glacon. I don't know. There's a different version as well. So today we have this one, the extreme version, Eau Sauvage Extreme, to discuss. This is a more modern formula. I think this has been reformulated from the original formulation. There was one more before this. So I'll talk about this particular formulation, the more modern one. So this one is following the pattern of same Eau Sauvage, same exact bottle. The colorations are different. There's black here. I'm not sure if you can see the juice through. I haven't tried with LED, but looks like almost it's hard to see inside what's happening. This one, bottom, you find similar sort of fashion, and the caps look similar, but this ones, they offer magnetic top. Okay, so no issue with picking it up. Nice strong magnet. And the thing is, since this is a tester box, I cannot show you the presentation. This came in this kind of a box. It says the name of the fragrance, and the price was not as much as the full retail bottle. So these fragrances you can mostly find on duty-free airport duty-frees, as well as some European shops, I guess, but this is not widely available, not really widely reviewed as well. This fragrance doesn't have more than 5 to 6 reviews in English, so it's a pleasure. I'll let you know, and all my excitement trying this fragrance for a couple of days. It's in my hand for some time. I will tell you what I get from it. So this fragrance, I had a lot of expectations given the name Extreme, how much I love the Eau Sauvage, the EDT, and the parfum. I really wanted this to be darker brother of even the parfum. Parfum, you guys know, it's a winter beast. It has a myrrh with the amazing, the similar sort of a lemony fragrance, but it has that myrrh, and I believe like lemon, and there's another note, vetiver. So those three are the main players. Last forever, more powdery, thick scent for winter. So I wanted this to be kind of like a even darker, like nighttime wearing version of Eau Sauvage. Eau Sauvage is basically a more mature man's scent line. None of them are actually really suitable for teenagers. Perhaps the one I did, Eau Sauvage Cologne, that one perhaps could be little bit more versatile. But this is for mature men. So this is, I do not know which season I can suggest this for. The fragrance strength, let me tell you first, it's not really impressive. It doesn't last that long on my skin. I tried few times, same result. So I guess it's not a summer baby. Perhaps earlier cooler months like fall, those kind of time, not even the winter. So fragrance strength kind of surprisingly not so good. It does last more than your Eau Sauvage, the EDT, but nowhere near the performance of EDP. I mean the parfum of the 2011-12. Even the new reformulation, they are much longer lasting than this. So what you're gonna get from this? So first, initial spray sprayer is very good if you're scared for fakes. This will be faked a lot, by the way. There's no CD up there. These are like silver color, and the atomizer inside is going to be kind of like white gray. So let me spray this and talk about it. Sprayer is pretty good, and the bottle has this watery effect, so kind of like a dark bottle with a silver kind of combination. So first time I tried it with my brother, I was not expecting what I smelled. I was expecting something more of lemony, dark, mysterious, like John Varvatos' Dark Rebel, very dark, but it didn't give me darkness. It gave me more herbal kick, more green, more earthy sort of tone, like patchouli, kind of like Tom Ford. There's a fragrance. What's the fragrance called? There's wait. I have a sample of that one. It's called Anthracite. I have a small sample gifted by my brother. This one has sort of like a artsy sort of feel, and the fragrance is kind of unique. This one has that opening of daring sort of vibe, so I was kind of happy. I was like, this is gonna go to fern, patchouli, maybe a clary sage. I thought I'm smelling something bitter in it. I thought clary sage, and till date I did not see anywhere it mentions clary sage in Fragrantica. They say this has lemon, the typical lemon, and then the what you call the lavender, as well as I believe there was the other one, not pine. This has the rosemary, okay, combo. Then followed by some darker tones. I think there is a oak moss, perhaps. There's mint, cedar, musk, amber, aldehydes. So kind of like confusing, and also fruity notes. So I'm like kind of confused. It's all over the place. It's not fruity. It's not fully green or herbaceous. It has sort of minty feel, kind of like citrusy, lighter take side, but it doesn't really lean on any side at all. So I believe this fragrance is not widely distributed, doesn't sell so much, and did not have so many reviews, and people didn't buy it so much. The other ones are a lot more available and a lot more popular. This fragrance, it just develops to be very light, wears very light on the skin, and I cannot say this is strong enough for winter. That's the thing. I thought extreme would be like incense, something like incense, like Dior Parfum strength, or perhaps Fahrenheit Le Parfum strength. You know what I mean? This one, the extreme, it's not a parfum kind of a concentration. This is, I mean, pretty much like EDT, how EDT would react, EDT would behave. Good 4 hours of longevity with very minimal projection. So I say you can wear this in the summer nights as well. Just if it's a little bit cooler weather will help you wear this better. But I can kind of see that this fragrance is not going to be very well received by many people. I guess the reformulation has something to do with it. I'm not hating it. I like it, but it doesn't really reach the level of Eau Sauvage Parfum, Eau Sauvage EDT, even the cologne or the new Parfum version. So far, the ones I tried, it's already like when you spray it, it's already very light on my skin. It's not really giving me even that initial beast mode like the color of the bottle. So kind of, I'm not gonna say performance is the sole reason. The smell itself doesn't really excite me. It's like I have smelled better green fragrances, much more bolder, more outdoorsy nature. This is like amber fruits, citruses, lavender, kind of like rosemary combo. It's I guess can be forgotten in the whole lineup of this. I guess making flankers. The bottle is really kick-ass. I love the bottle. You can get it just for the bottle if you have the money, but the fragrance didn't really excite me, and it was a bit of a shame because I actually had high hopes for it. I thought maybe that day when I tried for the first time, perhaps I was wearing a lot of other fragrances, but no, this fragrance is just not cutting it for me, and it's a good fragrance for collectors. Like if you're a fan of Eau Sauvage line, you can have this because no one's gonna have it around your area. You can write it down. 100 out of 100 people, only 1 or 2 guys will have this. So I do not know if this is a limited time release, but it's not really widely available. So yeah, it's more like, instead of, I'll tell you one thing, it's just a little bit darker than the original EDT. I mean, this one is brighter and stronger in the opening 1 hour than this. Okay, so that's the problem. So this one, you can call it like dark cologne version of Eau Sauvage EDT. That's the best I can say. So the darkness, mysterious. I cannot put this anywhere. That's the thing. I mean, in my head, like there are like slots. I'm gonna put it as a vintage, green, unique, daring, bold, or something totally, how to say, fun. This fragrance is not falling into any of those slots. So I do not know. I'm kind of confused. So overall, the fragrance, longevity and projection, I'll give it like 6 for longevity. Projection is like 4 out of 10. Nothing really. People do not smell me. I do not smell myself after a while. I forget that I'm wearing something. Versatility, perhaps good for all year round because it's not that strong. Perhaps office. You can wear it in office, but no one is gonna really like who's that guy, who's wearing a Tom Ford. This is not gonna get those sort of attention. So Dior, we expect better. So perhaps the vintage version of this was better. They say it was a really dark version of Eau Sauvage EDT. That perhaps was the case, and with reformulation, they kind of killed the juice. That's what I guess. But I could be wrong. My nose could be wrong. Definitely try it out. Do not pass on a fragrance. It's just an opinion. You just have to try a fragrance every time on your skin. Perhaps you'll love it. Okay. Overall, this fragrance I cannot give more than 6 out of 10. From being a Dior release with that kind of price tag, it's gonna be easily around $100 mark. Not really worth the price. I'd rather have 150 ml of Eau Sauvage, 150 or 200 ml, the big bottle of Eau Sauvage Parfum Vintage, or even the new one. I'd rather have that in my collection because those are much more beast, much more interesting scents. So that's the review for Dior Eau Sauvage Extreme. And I really feel bad because recently the 2 fragrances I reviewed from this brother, and I know he is a very fair guy and he wouldn't mind, but I really want to give good points, good marks to fragrances. I really want to love them, but you guys know I do not hate fragrance. I do not go personally behind a fragrance. I love, if you see, these are all my babies. I love fragrances in general. But when I see price point versus what you get from a reputable company or what legacy it follows from the original release, like this one, Eau Sauvage, this one really doesn't stand up to the, like occasion and then standards. So it's kind of sad for me. I really want to judge fragrance as well, give them 8, 10. But anyway, so it is what it is. So thanks guys for watching. At least there's a review out there, so you got to know about new fragrance. That's the whole idea. Thanks brother, and thanks to all of you for watching. Perhaps I'll do one more review later today. Bye bye.